Yemo bibia kwa ba Enfambra Mega TV and platform we eso. Abusia MPP4 I shall see a bujan dempi and Makachre NDC for say they should be very watchful. They should be very mindful. Omonte communicators ni bi engu kurumu. Na say jandam no mobono. Omon kantomo. No mon keli jandam no. Na I do a video bi ba bonti. Aye Dennis Miracle Aboagye ene Poyando Ashanti Regional Communications Director the MPP. Omo kogina Galamsey site omo etwa nsuwa no. Edi kire Ghana nyina na omo ni media na ikasa. Se ye Radio Mahama na ye se abusia. Anyway, odi yenkoti nsema Mr. Speaker of Onia TV first no Kesben or the two edwa na wa fire omo hu obu sweetness level yenkoti sanse ni bi na yakoba yebetwa so edi amomo eho yem platform esi yankopon koso a ehira.
Thanks. Galamsey ya de a enye. Okay? Ese environment, ese yensuo, ese ye bibia, ye fu ye mfudie, ye no buy everything. Ye cash crops are ye war cocoa everything. Ya say no. Deliberately as a country no empanyimfo emabunu enkwala ye nyina yete ho na ye pretending, okay, as if say the air koso no e ade a efe. Now in years past you've had few of us talk about Galamsey with our chest full out. Ye di Galamsey ne ho nkomo ba bedrum pempenso a ye do, and we will continue say debia ne ye bebo ho dero, because you know what? In Sunswanso Galamsey no enya we yeso no. In the next 5 to 10 years to come, and yama be worse off, okay? Ya no be pile up to the extent say yentimi nya ho hwe biem. And it becomes so sad. Weekend Miracle Aboagye. Okay? Spokesperson to Dr. Baumia, the former vice president. Bibi. It is good, first of all, say you be criticizing Galamsey. Na ya call it abaya or tesono in order. Say on fana game kosoni and fight it. Because
of course.
You can the same thing the Chile Kufuado. There is nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, of course.
But I'll have a problem with Miracle Aboagye because of the position and then the position and dra. Okay? But before I come to that, ma yenko na yentie na yenshe Miracle Aboagye Emra.
Democracy is not something that occurs once for all.
That it must be only tell him that Galamsey is worsened if we show him proof. This morning, our friends from the media, the mission here is to present the proof to Honorable Kwachi Ofosu, so he can pass it on to the president and the government, and let the NDC government understand that there is enough proof that Galamsey is worsened. And today, many more districts who hitherto 9 months ago were living their peaceful life and going about their lives without any stress cannot get water to drink because of the escalated nature of Galamsey across the country. We are worried because the NDC government has a record and history of always muddying our water bodies whenever they are in power. And we are not the ones saying it. The data proves it. Indeed, if you go to the Water Resources Commission website, there is enough evidence that shows that before 2010, when Galamsey escalated in the manner we are seeing today in this country, we had 40 water sites that were being tracked by the Water Resources Commission. As of 2010, when this Galamsey we are seeing pop its head, 40 of these sites were fairly good water. Now with the Water Resources Commission Water Quality Index, what they do is that they use the turbidity level of the water, including, in addition to the nutrients and 2 other indicators, to come up with the water quality. And that is why I make the point that only the turbidity level cannot be used as a measure for the quality of our water. And for all of us to be on the same page, the Water Resources Commission has been tracking our water quality since 2005. and the data is available for all of us. Today, as of December 2024, the Water Resources Commission Water Quality Index clearly indicates that by 2010, 40 of our water sites were fairly good. When the NDC government was in power between 2010 and 2016, this is what happened. By 2016, the 40 quality water, fairly good water that we had reduced to 15. And 25 of this fairly quality water have now become poor quality water. Let me repeat it. Between 2010 and 2016.
Mr. Ashu, Mamena was saying, Mena Kwame, so I say, you see, Mihuni Amasea, a shame before, because, you know, yan kano crunch, but my uncle na yenti the Ashanti Regional Communications Director for the new Patriotic Party, NPP Communication Director wa Ashanti Region. Urapo yando, okay? My yenti ono so na yemra.
Present, this year we see Sika Wunyawo, board, and board hunti. Ama Huasama Yodi. Oma Penny Udmi and Fessika Wunyaho. Now, Amount Waha, Enya in Supapa and Mudia. Let us Oma Penny, Yakoya Nasi by Yapaucho. Where the Yasro, who say a cat near Moa Basua, Oma Penny, Ubetia. But your postway, dear, Wadaruma, Yakutosro, Brother Mama, would your wire show, and this is for Munina Motion. It is sweet, 10 years, Yakasi, a postway, and say, yeah, and then a month when you're piano. Central region, so young to go to have a beer, and so I won't use our 20 and Mamunia in food. Brother Mama, Yakutosro, Brother Mama, Yakutosro, Wadaruma, Sufra. Nama hafro enya nsuom nama Ghana Galamsey embrase wana woka yese woba.
You see, on my way no ye drew baby as I say de no kra ye adwuma. Now politicians no and I don't want to use certain words. That is not my nature. But say why you careful, okay? Na utie tapes be it to say share videos are etisia, then clearly politicians no catch will say sebe on my way na ye woman no as a nyansani bianim a nyansafo ne on my way. Okay, again, I mean it's so much insulting say omo kire ye say yenim hwe yenim bibia as a ye tibon koso yenim hwe. The question no any say Miracle Aboagye Poyando for 8 years of President Akufo-Addo. Namu mind way. That is the first moral question. I have said, sir, Galamsey you're wrong, and draw you're wrong under President Akufo-Addo, and now it is wrong when Galamsey is still happening under John Mahama as president, especially to the point that Nana Kwame, President Mahama promised yes, sir, when we declare state of emergency. Ghana Libya all criticizing President Mahama and what the moral rights of be criticizing, but not Miracle Aboagye. You see, the question no any say when President Akufo-Addo was adamant about Galamsey. Now Miracle Aboagye krano if not for Endra video ya koye ya unko Galamsey site biada. Okay? Ahead of the elections last year, ye nam tanwania forest mu China for kachire wa ban say Galamsey no kuye no. I mean, what was the position of the government back then? That is not to say Mama President Mahama enye bibia amfa Galamsey. But the question is that Endra de na ye criticize ya ye bo hu de ro say ade we ya mo ye no. Look, you shouldn't dare us. You people kept defending and for 8 solid years. We can tell you and President Akufo-Addo yet Galamsey no ye result to be a. We can tell you the number of NPP big wigs na mushe Galamsey na ti. Look, Galamsey ya dia enye enra na enye ade tie so enye. But ye po bi mana beka kire ye say Galamsey no di enya 8 to 9 months down the line, after some President Akufo-Addo Efra Abemwa, look, Miracles Aboagye, you are my friend. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because you know what? The question, no, and they say, wouldn't need any moral rights? Say, Ubetimi are criticizing John Mahama, and you create the impression as if, say, Mofra Abaimu 8 months ago, no, in this country. In the last, and Wontumi deny the bed of the river. Tano nsuo kese na yetimi ka ho asem say we yesuo tano. Esuo tano de yenimni fritete. The basic livelihood of the people, the basic source of water, a manfo a war empty. Okay? Edeba dadia subesi asenkregwa, the only major river body a wamodi ye adwuma nsuo tano na mwase no. Mwase bibia. And today, Miracles Aboagye say or you're in charge of communication for Dr. Bawumia, okay? Or per se abino only up the responsibility of fighting Galamsey. And to the question, you know, and they say, young confidence you only inquire press conference. As much as say I agree with the fact to say, you see, anti American politicians, nothing, because politicians, you know, will always take the hell out of you, making it look as if you'll be a team in this country. Felix also for Sukwachi, we Minister for Government Communication. Abeka say yes. What is the proof? What is the result? Say insuno any essay. As much as Felix of Sukwachi are wrong to have said that. What it even means, they say Felix of Sukwachi and he's not even on the grounds. Because insuno President Akufo-Addo Efra Abaimu in the last 8 to 9 months, ne insuno enintiye. And as you speak today, no Ghanaian can say President Mahama Baye in Suono Eniati. Nobody is saying that. But ye po bi obeka Galamsey huasem. I criticize Galamsey. I catch President Mahama. Okay? Say Wontumi to Galamsey asia. Miracles Aboagye must shut up. Because you are in no position. At the time I hear catch them say Suono ni say no. Most of you thought say ye criticizing Moabai. Ye Moabai no are unpopular. When we started shouting about Galamsey, you took it say normal because no now party ne wa baimu. The people who were in government are not benefiting from the Galamsey no they benefited. And then yakwa saiba ye the Galamsey no eba be politics. Baby a Galamsey drew say no it is not about the New Patriotic Party and it is not about the NDC. It's about Ghanaians in general, the neutral minds, the people with conscience. Because you did it without conscience. You never thought about anything at the time. Okay, you did Galamsey with so much impunity. Say you can't be say Galamsey ni kuyania na muntie, and then you feel say oh moral rights. Employer no say more prepositions in your party, so for that reason, no, as I say, Mosha see kasa in a certain way. A bema mo party for ne believe say mo ye adwuma. You see, so who na beka Galamsey who say mass here to dia Galamsey will forever be there because the obeka na buy no tie. I mean, why? Why do we treat ourselves in this country to an extent say Yentimi cannot crack because of sheer greediness and sheer enviness, because of the fact is say and me party nearby mu it is this year the ayenka ho asem. Who didn't know say Galamsey near koso no NPP paying for than aye, and who doesn't know say as we speak majority of the NDC big guys are also in Galamsey. Who doesn't know that for a fact? But don't deceive us. All we are asking for no and say let the reasonable minds in this country speak to the issues and let the president act upon it. Because there can justification there and in this country. As at the time I'm in free for Galamsey advocacy. Where were you people? Please let us not go into those angles because Galamsey no wrong and do wrong. And then no ye catch him say adiana mo ye ni wrong. And you see the naiveness of the whole political conversation about Galamsey. He comes back to tell you say anytime bia NDC beba by mubia ensure say. Miracles Aboagye is telling us say anytime bia NDC beba by mubia no ensure say. Yet you were in this country for 8 years. President Akufo-Addo from Paul Boateng report ebaye mo bane Galamsey for about 2 years. Yet mo resume and we knew the people. There was a national security report, a listing over 3,000 concessions, so-called small-scale mining concessions. Today, you think, sir, what better now opposition? You want to come back to power. And you know, you're being the politics as usual. The point is that, and no one criticize it, we will call you out. Because we need the moral right to discuss this matters. I mean, why? What's the justification here? Okay, now wakwa for data, making it look as if say it is not true. In this country, and Cobra and I've been to the Pra River and okay, your friend is saying. When we were telling you all these things back then, what were you telling us? Okay, you could try video neba. Most say you anti-government. You empower buying us up. You are buying or are you more unpopular? I am popular. These were the things you were telling us. And today you feel, sir, what's your position? And you know, every right to talk about Galamsey. What could you home because some time back, some didn't feel could you. Is that the politics of equalization? And so we are where we are. Okay? And you are not even sincere and truthful in the entire criticism, sir. Who person would demand buying with? All the things are more yen. Ekufuadu be Uncle Siaga. But the point is that Galamsey no more kasa na mo ye Galamsey.
Let me add this. Only say miracles in them for almost politics no more no. They are not doing it for MPP, they are doing it for Dr. Bawumia.
No, but you have Dr. Bawumia you don't do it with conscience. Because
listen, upon Kuma a video I share here was analyzing how Dr. Bawumia power over solve Galamsey.
Dr. Bawumia has been vice president before. What was a solution on Galamsey? When we were calling them ahead of the election, said they should tell us fighting Galamsey. What were the things that Dr. Bawumia can? Nobody should deceive anybody in this country.
Not because they are doing it for MPP. They are doing it because almost candidates and
Dr. Bawumia NPP manifesto they call 2024 election, and they should tell us acquire Dr. Bawumia can say Obenfaso solve Galamsey. And for 8 years, and Dr. Bawumia no yet.
And yet because almost politics at the entire MPP, they are doing politics for Dr. Bawumia because these are his people. Because listen, when you share upon Kuma video or check Dr. Bawumia Obenfaso Obensolve the illegal mining, how they will do it, and so you people, all this while, this is what you guys want to do.
You see, such politics we now come and you see, we want the Galamsey to stop. Okay, you percent Galamsey no etuo echa. At the time I hear Galamsey who demonstration February this year, April this year, Miracles Aboagye no whatever.
No that.
Yeah, Galamsey who demonstration.
Now
April this year, people were criticizing us say it's too early for us to stage a demonstration against Galamsey. Any part of this year, Napoyando or Hefa.
Napoyando. You concept, you
are going into primaries into Professor Yechese. Professor Yechese, Dr. Bawumia, was superior knowledge to Dr. Bawumia has no superior knowledge in solving Galamsey. For 8 years, he was a vice president of this country. There were no solutions to Galamsey. And please, on this.
Baby, I'm going to me enclave.
We agree. Papa. President Mahama must end it. Yes. As a stop it.
Yes, okay.
Yes. And then, that's why President Mahama said in all the mining areas what Ghana had, what declare state of emergency in all those areas. What is there again to discuss?
And I don't know, sir. No.
Okay, you came under the disguise of community mining. We know the people who were owning the concessions. Your list, Kwame, your voices, your China for. We know the people who were calling us, begging us, say China for, and we have the voices and recordings on our phones. Please, nobody should go there. You see, at the end of the and yet. So don't come and play politics with it, because wait, Dr.
That is exactly what they are doing. That's exactly what they are doing. They are playing politics with it. That's exactly what they are doing. They are doing politics for Dr. Bawumia. And that, see, Aguna is Mamo B and the Civimo. I am telling you guys, Aguna Sabani Nimpotem. Mamo B and the Civimo. And Bana Yanum for Naba Honomo. It is because of Omo position where MPP are bem and MPP as a political party. Omo Kwakotwaba. They are doing politics for themselves, not for Ghana. Mamu be and Dada. It's only their side here. It's only in your papa. It's only in your. But we will still push the government to making sure that we solve these things. But Mamu be and Dada. Mamu MPP ni be and Bejanum and to in future and they say, oh, they are there for your interest. They are not there for your interest. They are there for their personal interest because they are pushing an agenda for Dr. Bawumia, and that is exactly what they are doing.
Very well. Kwame, my friend, you 37 minutes after 7. I know you're kind, but I mean, this country, no, yen can okay, that is it. That is the bottom line. Yen no crema ye
Oh, say
now, let's come to this issue. Now, from last week, a weekend before weekend, you come here, you basic holiday. Okay, I traveled. Me call the Bono region. Now, Udru Bono region, you will see something beautiful, especially from the capital, Sunyane, Ekwa de Kokosi Brekum. Okay, Etutomwa de Kosi Doma East. Wenfie, Otra Wenfie, Ekwa de Kokosi Doma Hinkro itself. There was something that I saw. I pay me pesa Ghana for Eshe. Na yeshewia meche wadwen e de sibibi so. Let's go and see how beautiful Brekum
looks
as a town no etie.
During
the night. Na yeba yebedi nkomo bi. Ma yentie ne yenhwe domra. Brekum, municipality award the Bono region. Now I was surprised and shocked at the time I drew Brekum on Saturday night. Showed the level of street lighting. Okay, now Ghana DBA and especially more cry and we will ask the reasonable questions and pay say if a municipality like Brekum, okay. To me, I lighten up the town called Brekuma. I don't see the sense in the fact to say you think Krahaya Kasado Pen and Akwame capital city street light so
Edundum capital city light in the
okay. Now this is a highway a leading from Brekum a chronima the Kokosi Wamfie and then you ask yourself say I mean, leadership comes with responsibilities. And at any point in time, you did the bready show the person must ensure say a juma in first of all, or a juma na in secondly, a juma no or yet to expectation. And if that person is not working as I see you free because the all and one tears. Okay? These are common things. Yet this is the seat of presidency. There were all the ministers and war my your members of parliament yet and cry baby I spoke with the Bono regional minister last week, and this is what he said. Tape, no, if we get it. Or say you're appointing now ye MMDC is no. And I will no two na more bank and oba energy minister. And the energy minister was able to provide him with street lighter. Yeah, cause everywhere you pass, all the district and what Bono is, baby, I'll be saying it here and can you in the okay? And I was asking myself, say, in fact, Bonnie Ben, I think, okay? Kwame, baby, I'll be fine in this capital city, and I'll show you the areas, area by area. All the plush areas are winning one heading in everywhere you pass in this city. Dark. Yet everybody is silent. Nobody is saying anything about it. Forgetting the fact is that there were laws. You did your energy sector levy. Okay? Okay, Act 946. The Energy Sector Levies Amendment Act 2017. It tells you clearly, say, country you more away. Say we are media general. Say we are Mr. Speaker. Say we are Mr. Achu. Okay? Can you be a ubeto be and there is a 3 percentage point. You tifri usikem edema the energy distribution companies. Said you be some companies no ebeti sika no dia ma aban na aban atiche sa sika no e dia ma the district assemblies say baby a street light asay baby a traffic light enye adwuma yemfam fix it. Yet sika ne ko year in year out ye de bia to petrol so every liter of fuel obi abeto bia no there's an energy sector levy a wutua I say ye tibi e de ko ma ye timi fix sa na ma we nyina besi ne ya me no wo ka say yenye. Okay, basically, we don't do it. We'll come back to the data. Kwame, my share videos, from area to area. I will first of all show you Udru and Kraya. Now, Kwame, the central capital of Accra. And Kwame. Now, we share baby Accra more AC. Okay, and the Babesi Villaggio. Okay, and the Kwa the Kokosi 37, and the Kosi Jubilee House anymore. Okay, and to Tomua the Babefa N1 highway in this one. Everywhere you pass in this capital city, no air dark. And it looks as if say nobody cares about what is happening in this country, and we feel say a normal, and as I say, you're moving on. But I'm okay, we are calling on the Greater Accra Regional Minister, the Accra Mayor. Okay, all the municipal chief executives say what Greater Accra. Say look, Onia, you must fix it. Streetlight, everything must be fixed. Because in this country, your brain is a bibia, your pacho, your pamocho, mon fix street light, your pamocho, yensuonye, your pamocho, your bibia, and to mon fix it, yet Bosume so I'm walking to as a mojedi, your pamocho and son, I'm watching.
It's only a fix. Fix.
Now I am the area by area. So yes, we will start. I just want Ghana for one to see what if you are no payer. Obi o ho edra na dwa wo mpie. Okay? Onko ba bia, onko ye bibia wa bonten. Ne dia ne se obekọ adwuma, ofra adwuma ba. Wa baba be refi. Now yen from 37, Christ the King anymore, from Jubilee House. Free a year Afrikiko Banoa, Ubedu Jubilee House anymore to a year Christ the King. To Tomua they call 37 military hospital in Wenima. Let's have a look. Now you show the way at here. And you ask yourself that, I mean, enkosi da ben ye bekoswa as a country no you bet to be a pacho. Mayeshe 37 Christ the King Ebra. Okay, we'll get you the video shortly. But I mean, these things we are saying, Nana Kwame, by common sense. What street light in this country, in this capital city, I'm going to fix it. Okay, it doesn't take too much to fix these things. Yet we are in it. For 8 years of President Akufo-Addo, baby, Abefebia was dark. Yet, your budgetary allocations, you awarded a contract, and the man Crawford so fix the street light. Yet the street light were not fixed.
Kwame.
And we still stand by it. I mean, get a home effect.
Yemfa data no first. We are other videos no akano. We will just line them up. And we want Ghanaians to know say usika light bill we prepaid akoto sika ebetew levy ebetew say ye beto ye street light. We will make sure our street lights are fixed no. Yenhwe amamfo sika Ghana for yan sika ye GGS ye dey fixing your street lights. Yenhwe data no ye they will give them series of videos of areas, prime areas in Ghana, including the motorway, even ridge Kwame, we will show them videos of Tema. And the Nyakra. Tema, the outing say, Bonsam Jim Bragas on Mutino. It was super. And then Crawford, how we hear Juma. Yes, of course. Okay? Yeah. There are people like Abe Ye Ejuma as municipal chief executive, Tema Mayor, and the DTM, I mean, assembly no. Yeah.
eba ne se wo mo nkwa abonten ko jeje tickets enjiji nkrofo sika de a omo ti sika de omo ye quick to go and take the money. Yet the problems are a peculiar challenger and what the enclave no no de I mean they don't care about it.
Me what the same Germany na oje ne sika no the same Germany no opon no kofia the street light ma ono ehun che de hia no the light na ese ehwe kwan so man na obi attack na najo because una manajo na oho isum people can easily attack you but akwai say oho no de ehun che de ohiomo but let's go to them for the tax force yenjo musika yenjo mo ticket yente ticket mo and they are okay, they are quick to do that.
And this is a government that is promising 24 hours.
Yeah, of course.
Esumwe mu
o se be yo
yeah this asumwe and 24 hours.
Yes yeah sumwe be
yeah this asumwe yeah they run a shift in the night say perform famu and rescue our life enko ye adwuma kwame fa data ne to so ne yemfa no nhase. Yes, I wanted to see from here, but per the Edasono, okay? So we are going to look at the legal framework, the Embrano Eka under Acts 946, okay? Now, yetimi edi home common. Now, Ghana's Energy Sector Levies Amendment Act 2017 at 946 mandate public lighting levy, street lights or traffic light. Rural electrification, national electrification program, Ninginano comes into this act. They are amended in 2017. Now, this is what the act says. And Kania Bobia Wutia, okay? And then again, Oko a year filling station, Ekotofu or Bianoa. There is a little amount of money you charge at the pump, okay? Now you're putting it together and you're 3%. So 3% of tariffs are charging per every kilowatt of hour energy be you be consuming. Now it is expected say you bet me use to say sikano and you make sure say sa na ma mabubo so yina no eye adwuma. Okay, and it falls on all category of consumers. Now you can say all category of consumers it doesn't matter emrano enyi obi enfim onim se wo ye hiani onim se wo ye sikani onim se wo ye company and I won your company. Okay, obia. So far as consuming electricity, you are supposed to pay this 3% on the purchases I will make, to the government. Said you are buying a bit and their faces are near me. Now go across the capital city. Kokumase Kotakrade, the amount of traffic lights are assessed and your beer business. So of the fixing those things. And you ask yourself, say, Sikano Yajia Yadekohe. Now let's go to the next slide. Now I'm going to show you, I mean, strategically, and law no basically no and my explaining at the amount. Now the actual collections. Now you call the actual collections. So me throw sikadodua per what the law says no yet me ajiji for all these years, and yet street lights no any traffic lights no and yet we do not care to fix it. Now, between 2018 and 2019, in terms of revenue, you're collecting 273,876,832 Ghana cedis. Okay? In terms of public lighting levy, ECG, VRA, Netco, some companies here a supply light as distributors. Everybody FMO, Edico companies are across the northern part of the country. A Netco for and a take it charge. ECG take a large chunk when you come to down south Ghana. Okay, wamusika wamujiji bomb between 2018 and 2019. Sika yenye free sa 3% levies ni munkuano. 273 million. Okay, 876,832. The question is that where did all these monies go? Now out of it, a buying sale of this benzene, a total of 83,235,728. And no any sika a buying sale or transfer here, the Ministry of Energy between 2018 2019 under President Akufo-Addo. Okay, and the expectations were that there be a traffic, SSA traffic echo for infrastructural development. SSA ministry no etimi baby a say baby a street bulbs say here maintenance baby a cables say ni nyina no sa sika we it was expected see betimi be fix it, yet we never fixed it. And the problem no yedi hu komo ano pay still exists in this capital city. Likewise, most of our regional capitals are ubeko ni nyina no nkane ni nyina no enye adwuma. Okay? Now the actual spent out of the 83 million, no, the actual money a ministry no spending here was 64,462,596. And no any the actual money ministry they say one more spending in fixing street light and then other infrastructural maintenance one more a year. But the question is that Sansika when you na ministry is almost spending between 2018 2019 and can you here fan one more the coin. Because between that time, over N1 highway, this one, the place was still dark.
Yeah.
From Kasua Tobut, the end of the motorway, the intersection of the N1 and the motorway, at a year Akramo, a home in our first one. So the question is that Sikawaya Yadiji Yedinano, Sikaninano, a Kohefa. Now a records of between 2016 and 2024, a total of 3,128 has been collected out of the levies a year to year. It is 3 billion no Ghana cedis no. Sasi coming na no di bomwa ehefa the coin. Okay, so between 2016 from the data over 2016, I calculate here the Babesi 2024. I mean, this is the quantum of money. A buy no 8 million from those levies. Yet the SSA day no yet. And we sit back and we are happy, we are excited for the things are here on our streets. Crimes are air cross road in the night. It's as a result of some of these things are air happening. Then comes back yet again, 45% of what was due to be transferred to the ministry was actually transferred. Now the remainder was retained by the power companies or delayed. And see, kakra na companies now, power distribution companies no, they keep the monies to themselves. The SSA ye this ikane kono, ye mfesi ikane ye enkoho. And even the few places are scanning so called the SSA omodi ye no, they don't use the money for it. Ye this ikane ye no. Yet the Ghanaian people are paying for street lights. You sika for traffic lights. You bet me I'm maintaining my traffic lights. No, go to Abofun. Between Achimota, new station overhead. So flyover. So Eddie Babesi the junction they lead you to GH Media School more. Eddie Fruit to say they won't call Achimota Forest. Okay. As we speak this morning, for more than 6 months, traffic light was our road. I say I ain't even fix it.
I've been past the Endra Nadia
you show videos, the videos are more important. I mean, these are quantums of Sika. Ghana for no etia say yen from provide the street light, yen from maintain the street light, yen from provide the traffic light, yen from maintain the traffic light. Ye we are the Becca, yen from being quiet rural electrification, any the Kika Kahunina. Yet say ye can say Obian Hawaii. Okay, and see the Wushes is here, video Wushes is here. And the intersection between Christ the King and the Kwa the Kosi 37. Now, the Greater Accra Regional Minister was bold enough to deceive the entire country and the entire capital. Okay, Lindo Klu Obian for Sedo. Ye no as regional minister or convert him by and obey Ghana for boss and can have baby a street light any beer or be fix it. Okay. We are obey interview. We are interview no to boss Kwame. And Obeka Che say we cover over 70% of street lights. Do you know what they did? Wamu ko Jubilee House anymore, the seat of presidents. Anna from Christ the King, omu fixi ho kakra na. And you see basic school na wo school na kasa. The intersection of the school, baby, a war no ending. Now after war no, the Christ the King basic school no war no. Ekwa the Kosi 37 light ni na so. Okay, then you proceed the Babesi or Pebia and the Babesi airport traffic light and when you are lighting and so yet the minister was telling us we're fixing baby, we are giving you these images. Last week Thursday I did a video there are no street lights anywhere in the capital,
and these are prime areas.
These are prime areas. This is a security zone. Offer Yechri say Eko Kosi Kanda the kwa kosi Kaukudi traffic light, to Tom kosi rage, the kosi Accra girls, Streetlight, and so proceeding to Abelempe traffic light, Perez Chapel opposite, light in answer. So Streetlight now, Minister Lindo Kluse were providing, where are the street lights? Okay,
my Kwame Nkrumah's motorway no.
Yanko motorway so Kwame for motorway ni dey to
birthday.
Now and then Nkrumah birthday. One of the legacy project of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was to develop a motorway linking the industrial city of Ghana to that of the capital.
Yeah.
Tema is considered the industrial city of Ghana.
Of course.
Okay? And a intersection of road a bit me containing the heavy duty equipment from port one way called Burkina Faso any the account motorway no was sustained because cars lay back heavily loaded. Okay, and intersection no you na President Kufuor the George Wakabush highway N1 highway and the two as the Besia no said you free the central part of the country and area you have a straight road free Volta and area you have the straight road. Now this is Ghana's motorway.
The Kwame Nkrumah's motorway. The
Kwame Nkrumah's legacy. Kwame Nkrumah legacy Levy and pay yes celebrating Kwame Nkrumah. This is the motorway Kwame Nkrumah building here. There is no single street lighter so motorway in this. And we have leaders in this country, they are happy about it. You have presidents Abba, President Akufo-Addo, President Mahama, when we na motorway is the beer, they go for events.
Yeah.
Obian fix it. We are happy. And now the justification is that construction air coso. Construction air coso no crana. We need to light up the place. Of course. Yeah, light no more. So that drivers, any pedestrian who are winning, baby, I this signage says how will the person know say baby I'm nami esumo. Okay, this is the motorway. Now Osha motorway this one the Koko Sitema. So bad. It has seemed say and leadership be na
Kwame uwa kama property nyekra.
Kwame yenkotema, fami kotema industrial city na nkasa. Yenshetema, yebeshetema, ya be painters. Na ya share N1 highway so we just want you to know say utifia no pay no. There's a responsibility on leaders ye de tumi ase omunsa say sa niema we ya yetua ho kani nyina they must fix it. And walk away, Obi Bejina baby aka say, oh, bo minister nechi, oh, bo abai nechi. These are realities of our situation as a country.
Kwame, this is Tema.
Now this is Tema, okay?
Is Tema
baby, I was the little light you are seeing here, and one more running shops, and the car light, and the wusi. The city of Tema, Tema enclave in a dark. And you have mayors Abako in the last 8 years and before the deep position. There is nothing to show. One more bet now, hope the G sika the G salaries. Ye maomo V8, ye fuale de maomo, ye bibia de maomo sa womo money situation. This is Tema.
This is Tema. Nagana yesika do do na yenyan bibrina su fitama habo. Bibrina.
President Mahama said Habo no air running 24 hours.
Yes.
Say say Habo no a started 24-hour economy, right?
Into omo running was sumo.
Into omo running 24-hour economy no e was sumo.
Yes, e was sumo Tema.
Ibi, look, you are the mayor for Tema. You must fix it. Because Tema no airtime.
Enko bad.
Now yanko the George Wakabush highway, the N1 highway, yanko so. This is one of the major roads in Accra.
Yeah.
From Accra Mall, okay? The intersection between the motorway, the George Wakabush highway, 3 lanes was 4 lanes here, 4 lanes there. Okay? What the bar see Royal Fiesta anymore, to Tomoa, the Kokosia Belempe Junction. Now, to Tom, the Kola Pass, Equa, the Kosi Malam Junction. Now, this is what you see in the capital. No street light. Baby answer.
Kwame, it's so disgusting.
We are happy about it. This is the situation in Accra. And you see, people are coming in and people are going out every day.
This is Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana.
This is Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana. And Yema Yesha no pesa. Oh, you're proud of it. Na Kwame Nkrumah tiasia. Sa Yema we no behese enkoswana.
At time. And we have a regional minister
and this will tell you
who promised
that
I'm going to fix the street lights.
But you see, the point is that these are the challenges I want as a country. Okay? The petty things like street light, water, our traffic light system, we must ensure say I will continue to talk about this until say regional minister no and then the mayors no be making sure say Accra no ya fix street light be a wahabia. As simple as that. There are no need for excuses and we will not tolerate it anytime. Because baby I do as a country. Now then I do not know what we can fix. Meaning my influence now me try me when I answer so I say. We did the Kwame appear could be. And okay, Mamena was for joining us once again. And it was
yes, inti we and sema akoso over the weekend see. You see, Ghana for Mama yen share same way so. Makache mu say MPP no at this time no. Sebi omo mu di MPP n'anim at this time no. Omo ni dwumadi o. Omo leadership a ewo se omo ye no. Omo kura no. Omo gya ho. E no omo ye niema ense emfata. Kurom ha hwan eni nim se eye Akufo-Addo and I say Ghana yenso with Galamsey. Bibisa. Kurom ha hwan eni nim se asem no. It is open secret. This is not even a secret. Everybody in this country knows very well. Onimpa say na nado danko Akufo-Addo and I say Ghana so. Enti see who MPP for Miracle Aboagye oni dwumadi efa camera e de ko nsuo ho ekotwa say the state of nsuo na eno na Mr. Speaker bisara for 8 good years yehu Miracle Aboagye say na o show nsuo bi kala but send a report ba enkofo ba ebekasa oh nsuo ye ni say Galamsey say ensase. But we never saw Miracle Aboagye. Any poor yando. These two people, we never saw them in camera. I know more a show in Subi, the state of it. Inti ye den and ye be druhanum. You see, this is a mere propaganda cheap politics and it doesn't hold water and it will never sustain. It doesn't hold water and it will what? It will never sustain. And they know very well. Sa Jomo yero. Eya dia sebi. Akufo-Addo pencil ena ose sensu no. But the ne matenasi 8 good years. Atenasi akase party hinsika. Atu Galamsey no. Left and right. Motu Galamsey left and right. Motu Galamsey left and right. Afena ne. Motu honum ebe kache Ghana for say. Mahama baye or say so. This is a hypocrisy. This is absolutely hypocrisy. And they thought say, Sadi yomuye. Omo di ben win the vote. They thought say Sadi yomuye. Omo di ben win the minds of the people. They thought say, after all, Ghana for the good position. Now shall say to name be edichire Ghana for no muhus abino. They will win the minds of the people. Adio buye and they are doing it in favor of Bomia. Yet you krumha Bomiani na nado dem kwakufa ni bidi o mine so. Se bomiasi o different ideas be at best of Galamsey. Why wouldn't he do it at that time? I didn't want any sambreno. Na ene I don't want okay. Say sambreno team no. So we solve Ghana problem nevia. So solve Ghana problem nevia. Oba den obeye. Trump no nkra no. Trump koi or sambai. Trump okra nkasa osovo America problem bia problem na bewio. President bien will be able to solve problem bien. You see, these people are stuck with common sense. They are stuck with knowledge to develop a country. They lack it. They stuck, they lack it. And Miracle Aboagye for camera coordinates when 8 years and we have is a more and Kofosu Kruma as Chese and Niman Koso ya de Bonnie any Sebi in soon Bonnie and no Kruma and we free 8 months no per se on Fanso Galamsey. You people are jokers, you are jokers, you are nothing but jokers. You are nothing but what? Jokers. And it is sad. Say Nkofobin so ebefa camera could this Nkofo yechi. This is a propaganda and it will never work. Enya juma. Hypocrisy pa. Matem 8 months solve. Obi oba just 8 to 9 months no. On performing magic don't solve right. MPP never again. Abusia chawadun comment section. Midian Mega Macron. Bye bye.